Hey guys, so I'm back with another Basketball Wives Season 8 review. This review is for the season finale. So it's over, guys. All we have left is the reunion. So if you did not catch my reviews for all the other episodes of the season, please go check those out. So the episode starts with Kristen blaming Cece for Byron not wanting anything to do with her. Because as Kristen and Cece are talking to one another, Kristen's pointing in Cece's face, and Cece doesn't like the way that Kristen's talking to her, which is something that I wouldn't want somebody talking to me like that either. If we're trying to talk and work things out, you're not going to talk to me like I'm a child. Absolutely not. So Cece tells Kristen that Byron doesn't want her talking about him anymore. And so Kristen gets so upset, she starts screaming and crying and walking away from Cece, saying it's all Cece's fault. And it's just like, girl, how is it Cece's fault that you brought Byron into your problems with Cece? If you had an issue with Cece, you shouldn't have brought Byron's name into it. You brought Byron's name into it, saying that Byron wasn't a good grandfather to Kenzie. So you brought him into it. So he has every right to be mad at her because she's painting him out to be a bad guy. Like, she painted him out to be an asshole, basically, is what she painted him out to be. And then she's blaming Cece for that. It's just like, how is that Cece's fault? So meanwhile, Jackie's over there comforting Kristen, even though Kristen's not even Jackie's friend. None of those ladies are Jackie's friend. They all talked about Jackie all the time. But OG and Cece end up starting to leave Jackie because they don't want to be there anymore because the ladies are just blaming them for everything. So OG and Cece end up leaving Jackie, and Jackie eventually ends up catching up to them, and they go back to their own villa. Now, Malaysia says that Kristen was really trying to fix things with Cece, and that now only Byron can fix it. Now, I'm annoyed at Malaysia throughout this entire season, and I have a kind of sour taste in my mouth when it comes to her after watching this season, because she obviously plays favorites, and obviously she's biased in that Kristen she likes more than Cece. So she automatically takes Kristen's side, even though Kristen is extremely wrong. And says that she's trying to fix things with Cece. How is she trying to fix things with Cece when the only time she tries to talk to Cece is when all the other ladies are present? And then when she does talk to Cece, she's yelling at her. She's blaming her for everything, and she's pointing in her face and stuff. It's like, I wouldn't want to talk to somebody who's talking to me like that either. So to say that Kristen's really trying to fix things is ridiculous. And then she's saying that Byron is the only person that can fix it. But it's like, things don't have to be fixed between Kristen and Cece. Kristen and Cece do not have to like one another to be able to be in the same room as each other. And if they can't be in the same room as each other and be cordial at a family gathering, then they're both immature at that point. So the ladies can hear OG yelling from the other villa, making threats. And so Shaunie says that OG's aggression is worse than all the other ladies. And I was so confused by that, because I'm like, how is OG's aggression worse than all the other ladies when she hasn't put her hands on anybody? She hasn't physically attacked anybody at all. She hasn't gotten into any type of physical altercation yet. Evelyn has, Malaysia has, and a few of the other ladies throughout the seasons of Basketball Wives have gotten into physical altercations that were bad at some point. So how is Malaysia flinging a table at Jennifer not a bad thing? And how is Evelyn jumping over tables, throwing drinks, and throwing shoes, and snatching people up by their hair? How is that not worse aggression than somebody just saying what they'll do to you? OG saying she'll break their faces is not as serious as her actually physically harming someone. So, Evelyn goes on to say that OG chased her down like she was in a football game. And it's like, girl, the reason why she chased you down is because you were chasing down Cece, and Cece didn't even see you coming, and you had something in your hand when you chased her down. So of course she's gonna go run after you when you're coming at her friend when her friend's from behind. I would have did the same thing for my friend. If my friend don't see you coming and you're running up on her from behind, I'm snatching you up by your hair from behind, because you're not about to grab my friend and she can't see you coming. Absolutely not. You're not about to sneak attack nobody that I'm cool with. No. So Cece says that Evelyn ran after her with bamboo in her hand. So it was bamboo with the leaves on it is what she was saying that Evelyn attacked her with, and that she's disappointed in Shaunie because Shaunie's not acknowledging that Evelyn did run after her with something in her hand. And that's true. Shaunie's absolutely not acknowledging that Evelyn ran after Cece from behind. If somebody would have did that to Evelyn, Evelyn would have been having everybody on her side for it. So I think that that's ridiculous. So the ladies say that OG turned the day into the OG show. You guys made it. They made it the OG show. They made it that way because as soon as Jackie, Cece, and OG showed up so that they could go hang out at the pool, the ladies brought drama because they were mad because of they took a L at the dinner the other night, and so they wanted to get revenge on the other ladies. So how is them starting trouble and then OG and Cece finishing the situation their fault? Now it's like Kristen yelled in OG's face first. That's why OG yelled back at Kristen. Then the only reason why OG was even creeping up where where Cece and Kristen were talking was because Evelyn was doing the same thing. So I just feel like these girls are complete hypocrites, and that scene really pissed me off throughout this episode. So Shaunie, Evelyn, Kristen, Malaysia, and Phoebe go out dancing to have some fun because they claim that the other ladies are drama, even though they're the ones who came on this trip with all the drama. So Cece, Jackie, and OG end up going out for food and drinks to enjoy the rest of their trip away from the other ladies as well. Now, Cece and OG don't think things will be fixed, but Jackie's trying to say that she wants everybody to get along. And Jackie needs to quit that kumbaya shit because they don't even like her at this point. They all ganged up on her and said that she was the one who made all those rumors about Malaysia. So for her to even want everything to be fixed is ridiculous to me. And I really do like Jackie. I feel like the ladies don't treat her fairly all the time. But she always wants to be accepted by people, and I think she needs to stop doing that. So Shaunie said that she wants to talk to OG about her aggression and how she doesn't want her coming to the lunch. Now, I didn't like that she said that she didn't want OG coming to the lunch because OG brings some type of energy that's not good for everyone. And it's like, how, when the ladies that you came on the trip with were the ones who kept bringing everything up at the dinner table? It wasn't OG, CC, and Jackie that started the trouble during this trip. It was the rest of the ladies that started the trouble. So why are you blaming them for it? And why are you saying that OG's so aggressive that you don't even want her coming to the lunch? So OG and Cece say they don't want to see the other ladies for the rest of the trip, but Jackie wants everybody to reconcile. And it's just like, Jackie, you need to decide what you're going to do, because I honestly, I don't believe in telling people who they can and can't be friends with, but I also don't like people who are too indecisive and they don't know where they stand. I don't like that, so Jackie needs to figure it out. So basically, Shaunie and the other ladies were trying to act like they want peace on the trip and they didn't want the trip to be drama. And I'm like, that is absolute crap. Because the first night that y'all got there, first of all, Shaunie separated everybody into different groups. She put Jackie, OG, and Cece in a group together. And then she put her, Evelyn, Kristen, Malaysia, and Phoebe all together. And so she already made it divided in the first place. And then on top of that, the first dinner that they went out to on the first night, Malaysia, Phoebe, Kristen, and Evelyn were the one who started the trouble at that dinner. And then when OG, CC, and Jackie finished the fight and won, then all of a sudden they're so pissed off because they took an L that the next day they start trouble again. So it's just like, how is it OG, CC, and Jackie that started all the trouble? It's like, nah, y'all don't really want peace. Y'all wanted the drama because you guys caused it. So Shaunie was saying that she wants to meet up with Jackie because she wants to talk to her about the lunch she wants to do and about OG. Now, Malaysia says OG and Cece are the problem. And I was just like, how is OG and Cece the problem? When Kristen's always going off at the mouth at Cece every single time she's there, she lets people gaslight her into arguing with Cece every time. And it was definitely, Evelyn that was bringing up things at the table to get them to the arguing. Kristen's so dumb, she took the bait and started arguing with Cece. Maybe had they didn't argue the first night at dinner, maybe at some point during the trip they would have spoken to each other and would have been cordial. So Evelyn says that she wanted to know if Chad was really in OG's DMs, and so she hit him up, and he sent her some old ass messages going back from September of 2013, and that basically OG kept hitting him up, but he wasn't responding to her. And I'm like, Evelyn must be really dumb if she thinks that her ex is gonna send her actual messages that he had with another woman. She has to be the dumbest woman in the world to believe that. Secondly, if you claim this man abused you, why do you give a damn who he's talking to? And why would you feel so comfortable enough to hit him up and ask him? And then she tried to sit there and play it off like the only reason why she was letting him know about the situation with OG is because she felt like he was being talked about and he needed a chance to defend himself. And I'm just like, girl, that's not why you hit him up. You hit him up because you were salty about him talking to OG. And that's why you hit him up. And that was stupid. That was pathetic. And I'm surprised that nobody even sat there and told Evelyn that she looked stupid by doing it. I mean, Shaunie kind of did say that Evelyn looked a little dumb hitting up Chad, because she said it in her interview. She said that it was out of Evelyn's character to hit up Chad, and that Evelyn has tried so hard to get over that relationship, and so it's weird that Evelyn would contact him once again. So, I mean, Shaunie says things about Evelyn, but she don't say it to Evelyn's face, so that's really annoying to her. So she's saying that she's gonna bring out those receipts to show everybody the receipts that she got from Chad. And I'm just like, girl, you look real stupid doing that. Like, you're not making OG look bad, you're making yourself look bad. So anyways, the ladies end up saying that OG was acting desperate and thirsty in the man's DMs, and saying that she was wrong for talking to a man that was with Evelyn at the time. So stupid. Jackie ends up deciding to meet up with Shaunie, and Shaunie tells her that she wants to do lunch and that she doesn't want OG there. She only wants her and Cece to come, and they need to leave OG behind. So then she says OG threatening people isn't normal, and how she acted the other day was bad, and that she's a liability. And I'm like, what? All she is saying that she's gonna break people's faces and stuff, but she's not actually doing it. And I've heard other ladies in the group say they was gonna hurt people. Jackie says she was gonna hurt people. Phoebe threatened to hurt Jackie. Malaysia has threatened to... First of all, let me say something about Malaysia real quick too. When Brandy was on the show, there was an episode a few seasons back, and correct me if I'm wrong, there was a few seasons back where Brandy felt like she was being ganged up on by the other ladies, and Malaysia wasn't present at the time, and Malaysia showed up and pulled up, blocking the traffic with sweatpants on, her hair tied up, and some sneakers on, and she pulled up on the rest of the ladies. How is that not almost the same thing that OG did when it came to Cece? So that's one thing that they need to keep in mind. Second of all, how is OG a liability when she hasn't put her hands on anybody? She could have put her hands on every one of those ladies the other episode, and she didn't do it. She could have put her hands on Kristen, because Kristen yelled in her face first. She could have took her fingers and mushed her face right out of hers if she wanted to, and she didn't put her hands on Kristen. And she should have, because I probably would have. I'm not saying like I'm big on violence and stuff, but I'm big on respecting people's space. And if you don't respect me and you're all up in my face and I feel like I need my personal space, I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to shove your face away from mine. So the fact that they made it seem like OG was a liability is ridiculous to me. It's like Evelyn's way more of a liability than OG is. So Jackie said OG hasn't done anything physical, and why isn't Evelyn and Malaysia being called out for their aggression? But she didn't say that to Shaunie. She said it in her interview, and that's what bothered me about Jackie, is because Jackie knows that they're not giving OG a fair shot, but she's not saying it to the ladies. She's saying it in interviews, and it's like, girl, you need to say it to them. Stop saying it in interviews. Say it to them. So Shaunie says that it's different for the ladies who know each other to argue back and forth and get into altercations, but that OG's new and OG's over here doing it, and it's just weird for everybody. And it's just like, girl, you guys bring in somebody new every season to the show. So Phoebe going at Jackie like that wasn't weird. Y'all didn't say anything for Phoebe going at Jackie, and she's new. She's newer than OG is, because OG was there last season. No one said anything about Kristen running off at the mouth. Kristen's been there the same amount of time as Cece and OG. So it was just confusing to me, and I feel like Shaunie just doesn't like OG. So she makes every excuse in the book not to have OG included in the group. So Shaunie says that she thinks OG would hit someone, and that she genuinely didn't think that Evelyn was going to go hit Cece. It's like she ran at her from behind with something in her hand and she swung it at Cece. She did. Watch the clip all over again, and you need to watch it and pay attention to what Evelyn does when she runs at Cece. So she's saying that she feels like OG would hit someone, but I feel like the only way OG would hit somebody is somebody hit her. So I mean, it's just crazy to me. It's like Evelyn has hit people before. Evelyn has hit. So it's just ridiculous. So Shaunie says OG needs to stay out of other people's battles, and that she wants Jackie and Cece to go to lunch and just don't invite OG to it. And it's like, OG's not involved in other people's battles. Evelyn was involved in other people's battles. Evelyn was the one at the dinner who brought up Cece and Kristen's drama so that them two can argue at the dinner. Evelyn was the one who gave that guy shine, who was spreading those rumors about Malaysia, because she's the one who called the guy up when Jackie brought it to her attention. Why isn't anybody saying that? Then she made Jackie take a lie detector test for the situation with Malaysia. That's her not minding her business. So I'm confused. Nobody said that Malaysia wasn't minding her business when she was getting involved in everybody's issue that they had with Brandy. So that makes no sense to me. It really just doesn't. And I'm just annoyed at this point. So Shaunie said that the group isn't for OG and that for everyone's safety, she doesn't want OG there. And I'm like, y'all are a bunch of punks. So you mean to tell me y'all talk all this shit about this woman, but y'all are scared of her? Because that's what that's showing, that you are afraid of her. Talking about for everybody's safety and she ain't put her hands on nobody. That is absolutely ridiculous. Kristen ends up FaceTiming her husband, which I felt like this was an unnecessary scene in the episode, but it happened. So Kristen FaceTimes her husband and tells him that she flipped on Cece, which she's a liar. She didn't flip on Cece. She was pointing in her face and stuff and saying a bunch of nonsense, but she didn't flip on Cece. And that things were said that can never be came back from. And it's just like, Kristen, you're the one who said things that can never came back from. You're the one who was saying things about Byron. You're the one who brought him into it. And then on top of that, she keeps on trying to bring drama to Thomas and Byron, because Thomas and Byron are actually trying to work on their relationship with one another. And Kristen keeps on telling Thomas these things, and it's just like she's almost wants him to say that he's not going to deal with his father or Cece because she doesn't want to. And that's the way it comes off to me. I could be wrong, but it just comes off to me that she wants Thomas to not have a relationship with his father because of that. I mean, she said that she doesn't care if Thomas has a relationship with Byron or not, but she's just not going to have one. And, her husband told her that he respects her decision not to be around Byron and Cece anymore, which, again, it was still a really pointless scene. Cece and OG sit in the hot springs to relax, and Jackie ends up coming and telling them about her meetup with Shaunie. So Jackie says that OG hasn't been given a fair shot in the group, and she hasn't been. But why didn't Jackie say that to the other ladies when she was around them? Don't just say it in your interviews. Don't just say it to OG and Cece. Say it to the other ladies too, because they need to hear it, because everybody sees their hypocrisy. I don't understand how they even let this season go out. These episodes go out, because they literally are a bunch of hypocrites and antagonizers throughout this entire season. And the fact that they let these episodes go out and tried to paint OG as the bad guy, they made themselves look stupid, because everybody sees the hypocrisy that is going on with these ladies throughout this season. If you even read comments about these episodes this season, it's ridiculous. So OG says that the only reason why she got involved in the first place was because Evelyn got involved, and that if they had a problem with her getting involved, they should have had a problem with Evelyn doing the same thing. And that's true, but OG knows they don't like her, so they're not going to give her a fair shot. So Cece says Evelyn tried to hit her with the bamboo stick, and that bamboo hurts, and that if she would have actually hit her with the bamboo and not the leaves, she could have gotten hurt, which is true. And I just feel like the ladies kind of kiss Evelyn's ass a lot. So whatever Evelyn says goes, and they all act like her little puppets, and they look stupid. They really do. They look like a bunch of minions, in my opinion. So Jackie says Shaunie says she wants to have lunch and that OG isn't invited because OG is a liability. And OG was just like confused because she's just like, how am I a liability and how am I violent and aggressive? But she doesn't call out her own friends who have actually physically harmed people. And I like that OG will defend herself. I like that OG is not afraid to call the other ladies out on things that they do and their hypocrisy. I love that about her because a lot of the ladies don't do that on the show. They kind of just let shit slide. They kind of don't want to step on hit anybody's toes, and they don't want to tell the truth, so they kind of just go along with things. And I like that. OG's not like that. And she's not afraid to call the ladies out on their bullshit. So OG says there's a difference between talking about violent acts and actually doing violent acts, and that nobody holds Evelyn accountable for anything that she does. Nobody holds Evelyn accountable, period. And I know that that's Shaunie's friend, but just because that's your friend doesn't mean she gets a pass and everybody else doesn't. If you're going to give Evelyn a pass, then you might as well never talk about what any of the other ladies do on the show. And I feel like Shaunie, because she has influence over the cast on the show, she's going to probably get OG removed. And OG probably won't be on the next season. Because Shaunie just doesn't like her, and she has a sour taste in her mouth when it comes to OG. And obviously it's because of Evelyn, because I feel like Shaunie never gave OG a chance. She didn't. Even last season, you could see that she never really gave OG a shot. And Evelyn just has always taken shots at OG, her looks and everything. And it's just like, girl, you don't look that great yourself. People gas Evelyn up on social media, making her seem like she's the baddest thing in the planet. And I'm not saying Evelyn's unattractive. I think that she's a good looking woman, but she comes at other people's looks all the time. And I just feel like it's disgusting to me. Like, you don't have to like the way somebody looks. You don't have to find them attractive, but the fact that you have to keep saying it and taunting them about it is ridiculous to me. Evelyn is a big ass bully. Malaysia, Shaunie, Phoebe, Evelyn, and Kristen all go to the zoo, and Phoebe is funny sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like Phoebe, but she is funny sometimes because she was not having it with them birds at the damn zoo. She is tired of these animals, and she does not want to be around them, and she's tired of the ladies bringing her the shit that she's not comfortable doing. So Shaunie tells them that she invited Jackie and Cece to go to lunch, and that she told her that OG is not invited. And the ladies were actually glad that OG wasn't invited, and I think that that's pathetic. They made themselves look like a bunch of punks, and I hope they know that. I just hope they know that. They made OG look like she's the strongest, baddest woman on the planet when they did that. Like, they literally made OG look like Ronda Rousey, because they literally made her seem like she could demolish everybody. Like, she's in the friggin' UFC. So Shaunie tells them that the other ladies are at the hot springs, and Evelyn asks where the hot springs are because she wants to go there and bring out these texts, these screenshots that she took the time to go print out big to show all the ladies to expose OG. And I'm just like, girl, you are that pressed about her saying that your ex-husband wanted her, that you done printed out these pictures for a man you claim abused you and you don't even want and don't even care nothing about, but you printed out big ass pictures of it. Then Evelyn told the ladies back at the hotel room that she was gonna post those on social media. And I'm just like, you look pathetic. You really look pathetic. So Shaunie doesn't tell Evelyn, no, we're not going to go to the hot springs. We're not going to do that because we're talking about OG's aggression, but we're over there going to go up to them and start some trouble. Shaunie didn't say that. Shaunie took her lame ass right over there with Evelyn and the rest of the minions and followed her right over to the hot springs to go start some friggin' trouble. They said they didn't want to be around OG and she was not invited to the lunch, but they took their asses over to where she was at. Ridiculous. So as Jackie, OG, and Cece are leaving the hot springs, they see the other ladies coming towards them. Now, OG was saying exactly what I just said, that if they didn't want to be around her and they feel like she's such a liability and she's so violent, why would they come confront her and basically run up on her the way that they did? Because it's like, if she's such a liability and you're scared to get hit by her, why would you come up and try to confront her? Really? So anyways, Jackie ends up telling Cece and OG that they should go over there and talk to the other ladies. And Cece says she don't want no part of it, and she stayed her ass right in the car. But Jackie ends up going with OG over to the other ladies, and OG tells the other ladies that the only reason why she mentioned Chad was because Evelyn kept calling her ugly. And Evelyn did kept calling her ugly. Evelyn's been doing that since last season, saying she's ugly, talking about the clothes she wears, talking about her makeup, talking about her fashion. Everything about OG she complains about. And to sit there and call another woman ugly on national television is disgusting to me. It's literally disgusting to me because, okay, obviously we all don't find everybody attractive. We just don't. But the fact that you have to call somebody ugly to try to break down somebody's confidence and make them feel bad about themselves is ridiculous to me. That's gross. Evelyn is just disgusting to me at this point. And none of the ladies calling her on calling this woman ugly aggravated me, because it's just like, who is she to call somebody else ugly as if she's the greatest thing in the world? Like, she looks better than everybody. And that's just ridiculous to me that nobody called her on calling OG ugly. So OG mentioned Chad and said that Chad doesn't think she's ugly because she mentioned that she was ugly. I mean, you can't sit there and say there's limitations in what somebody says to somebody else when somebody's coming at their whole entire life. So she tells Evelyn her and Chad met in 2011 because friggin' Evelyn thought she had OG in this scene. She thought she had her because she had these stupid little screenshots that Chad had sent her of some Twitter DMs. I'm sorry, I laughed so hard at this scene because Evelyn really, really thought at this point that she had OG and she was going to make OG look stupid. And OG was like, oh no, honey. I met Chad back in 2011. And so that ticked something off with Evelyn because she was engaged to Chad in 2011 and they got married in 2012. So she was pissed off about that. And OG said she never slept with Chad, but Chad was definitely hitting her up because he thought that she was attractive and he kept hitting her up. So she said that January 4th of 2011, he hit her up first and was trying to talk to her. And so Evelyn said, does Kwame know that she's messaging back and forth with Chad? And I'm just like, girl, you're trying to mention Kwame to start trouble in this girl's relationship. I think OG and Kwame are still together, so I really don't think he gave a damn that she was talking to him, because by the text messages that OG showed, it looked like Chad was coming after her. It didn't look like OG was coming after him. And the messages that Chad showed, it looked like he made it look like OG was going after him. But at this point, I mean, it is, a little crossing the line when it comes to people's exes. I do think so. But OG and Evelyn ain't friends. And OG said that, she didn't try to get with Chad. Chad tried to get with her. And, Evelyn and OG are not friends. They're not friends. And Evelyn has called her all types of ugly names. And Evelyn claims that this man beat her, he abused her, and he's her abuser. So why would you even contact him? And why would you even care who he's been talking to? You wouldn't care. And he was a cheater because she just said in the episode that OG knows that all the women in the group have dealt with cheating and infidelity with these athletes and stuff like that. And so it's just like, girl, if he's a cheater and a liar and an abuser, why do you care anything he does? So I feel like OG won that. I'm just going to say that right then and there. I feel like OG won that because she made Evelyn look stupid. So then OG tells Evelyn that Chad wants a black woman and that Evelyn tries to be black and Evelyn's not black. And Evelyn tried to say that she identifies as an Afro-Latina. And I don't think Evelyn wants to be black. I don't think she wants to be black. I don't think she tries to be black. But I do think that she says the N-word a lot, which she shouldn't be saying. I know she's from New York. I'm from the East Coast too. So, there's a difference in language over here than in certain other areas of the world. But I feel like she says it too much and she says it too openly. She says it on TV and everything, and nobody says anything to her about it. So, I mean, it was a little about OG bringing up the race thing, but Evelyn makes a lot of bad comments towards black women, so I feel like OG felt like she needed to say something to Evelyn. And Evelyn saying that she identifies as an Afro-Latina annoyed me a little bit, because it's just like you can't just claim something when it's convenient for you to claim it. And that's something that I felt like she was doing. I felt like she was saying that she identified as an Afro-Latina. So the ladies go to lunch and they're waiting for Jackie, who hasn't showed up. So back at the villa, Jackie tells OG she's been in the same boat as OG, and that she doesn't feel like OG's had a fair shot, which she keeps on saying over and over and over again. But at the same time, Jackie feels like OG was wrong for the messages with Chad. And OG said that she's tired of Evelyn, so that's why she showed the text messages. Now, those text messages would have never been shown out there had Evelyn not initiated showing messages. Because obviously, if Evelyn hits up Chad and asks him to see the messages between him and OG, and he sends messages making it look like OG's being thirsty towards him, OG's going to defend herself and show the text messages. So, I mean, OG may be wrong for, talking to somebody's ex-husband, but at the same time, it's like Evelyn initiated it by friggin' getting messages from Chad and trying to show them to all the ladies to make OG look like a liar and make her look like she's thirsty. So I don't understand why they're making it like OG was wrong for throwing out them text messages. How is she wrong when Evelyn's the one who initiated showing receipts? Don't they not believe things unless receipts are shown? So she showed the receipts. And Jackie was saying that OG was off code. OG don't have no code with Evelyn. Evelyn has had no code with OG. Evelyn has called OG every name in the book. Evelyn has called OG ugly. She's talked about the way she looks, the way she dresses, saying that she doesn't have no career, saying all these types of things about OG, never even giving the woman a fair shot. And yet OG's off code with Evelyn. There is no code between OG and Evelyn. There's no code between these ladies in general. There's no code. Nobody even really likes each other. So that was annoying to me. So Evelyn calls OG a groupie. And the ladies say that they don't really believe OG's text. To sum it up, when they were sitting at the lunch table together, they made it seem like OG's text messages were false and that OG was wrong, and how so why isn't anybody saying Chad was wrong? Because if Chad was with Evelyn and he was hitting up OG, how is Chad not wrong? That doesn't make any sense to me. But the ladies, once again, are minions of Evelyn's, and so they don't tell Evelyn when she's wrong, and they just boost her ego even more because she has a big ego. Not saying that it's bad to have confidence about yourself, but they boost her ego more and more and more and make her more arrogant and stuck up by agreeing with every little thing she says. So that aggravated me. Now, Jackie had called the ladies and told them that she was not going to go to the lunch. And she said that the reason why she didn't go to the lunch was because Cece and OG, she knows have her back, and she's not going to go to the lunch with the other ladies knowing that OG and Cece were the ones who had her back throughout the season so far. So OG says that Evelyn was so pressed that she printed out pictures and then ended up looking stupid at the end, which is absolutely true. She printed out them big ass printouts of them messages thinking that she had OG, and OG pulled out the text message receipts. Hope that Evelyn realizes that you can edit screenshots. You can edit them, and I hope she wasn't getting them DMs from Instagram, because you can definitely hit unsend on a message on Instagram, and you can also in your messages delete a message, so you can make it look like it was never even sent. So OG says she's hurt that Shaunie calls her the aggressor but doesn't call out Evelyn, and she says that there's more text from Chad that she has not even shown. And I the episode concluded there, and that was the end of the season finale. And I have to say that I am very disgusted at a lot of these women in this season. I'm absolutely disgusted. I'm disgusted at all the ladies except for Cece, OG, and Jackie in this season. And I hope that they all get called out at this reunion, which, guys, you see the friggin' previews of this reunion. It's insane to me. So at the reunion, the security goes up to OG and tells them that there's concerns about OG being on stage with all the ladies and that they want to put her on a different stage because of security concerns. And I was like, what? She hasn't even put her hands on people. So they're literally playing OG at this reunion, which is disgusting to me. Then Evelyn says OG is taunting her with her abuser. And I'm just like, what? Didn't you do an interview on the radio where you said that if you could go to anybody who would help you if you really needed it, you would go to Chad? And didn't you feel comfortable enough to hit up your quote-unquote abuser to ask him for messages that he had with another woman? If he abused you so bad and you're being taunted with your abuser, why are you contacting him in any way, shape, or form? And I'm not saying that Chad didn't hit Evelyn. He probably did hit Evelyn. But I'm saying, like, why you calling him your abuser and saying that OG's taunting you with him if you're contacting him? That doesn't make any sense to me. So I ended up seeing in the clips for the reunion that they made OG leave. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on? And then I see Jackie get up and leave and all this mess like that. So I'm like, I'm interested to see what happens at this reunion. But guys, I'm not even gonna lie, I know it's gonna piss me off because them clips were pissing me off. So that concluded the season 8 of Basketball Wives. It was a very interesting season. Like this video, comment down in the comment section and let me know what you thought about this episode and the season overall, because I really want to hear you guys' thoughts on this. Subscribe to my channel. I will be reviewing more than just Basketball Wives and Love and Hip Hop. I will do the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Marriage Boot Camp. I already started my mixed dish reviews, and I'll also be doing Total Divas and more shows as they come along. Thank you to all my subscribers for the support. I appreciate you all so very much. I don't even think you guys understand how much I appreciate you. So once again, thank you all so much for the support, and don't forget to like this video.